Hey, what is up, everybody? I am Jason, and you're watching my channel, Micro Investor. So in this video, we're going to be talking about where do I see Nio stock going in the next 5 years versus where do I see Tesla stock going in the next 5 years. As you guys know, I'm a long-time investor into Nio stock, been invested in that since the IPO on day one, and I'm a long-time bull also on Tesla stock, but I don't make a lot of videos talking about that just because it's very saturated here on YouTube. But I'm a long-time investor in Tesla. That stock has done amazing things for me. It actually let me buy or put a down payment on a house with selling some shares. So just great things have happened between both those stocks to me. So anyways, I want to address all that in this video. So if you guys don't mind, do me a huge favor and please be sure to smash, destroy, and annihilate that like button because it does help me out with the YouTube algorithm and it helps spread this video to more people that might find it interesting. And also, subscribe if you have not already. Now let's get to this. Now let's take a look over at Nio stock, which it is having an amazing run over this last month, which it is outperforming the NASDAQ, S&P, Dow Jones Industrial. It is just flying high right now, with it being up over 50%. And it got a big spike here in October because of the analyst over at Morgan Stanley, which upgraded the stock and really helped things out there a lot. Now, if we look at Nio stock over this last 6 months, we can see that Nio is up over 800%. That is absolutely phenomenal. Now, if we look at Nio over this last year, we'll see that the stock is up over 1,800%. So Nio is just having this absolutely amazing run right now. Now, if we look at Tesla and Nio and we compare these two stocks over the year on a graph together, we'll see that in the spring of 2020, Tesla and Nio were kind of just moving along at the same pace for a while there. And then sometime in June, Nio broke free from that and the stock just continued to go up to the moon. So looking at the performance of Tesla and Nio over the year, seeing how Tesla went up 5 times its amount, would it be crazy to say that Tesla can be a company that has a market cap of $1 trillion in the next 5 years? All it would need to do is go up about 3 times its amount and it would be well above $1 trillion. And say Nio, for example, is it possible that Nio can be a company that has a market cap of $350 billion in the next 5 years? So if they went up 18 times over this last year, all they would need to do is go up another 10 times in the next 5 years. Is that something that would be crazy to say? And that's where my mind is at with these two stocks. I honestly see that Nio can be a company that has a $350 billion market cap in 5 years, and Tesla be a company that has a market cap of over $1 trillion in the next 5 years. Now, I always get criticism whenever I talk about EV stocks in my videos because there's a lot of people that still think that oil is the future for the combustion engine, and they think that that's going to continue driving for the next 100 years. Now, apparently, they just don't see the writing on the wall, but I honestly think that EVs are going to dominate over ICE vehicles, possibly with even the next 15 years. And who knows, maybe EVs can outsell ICE vehicles in less time than that. But I say that because before the Model 3 came out, no one really saw Tesla as any sort of legitimate company. They were kind of like a joke thing that everybody that bought a Tesla was kind of like a tree hugger. But now that the Model 3 sales were really good and the battery technology got better and better and better, because that was one of the biggest factors. Not a lot of people wanted to buy an EV vehicle because of the battery technology, by how long it took to charge one of them, but the supercharger network and how long that how fast these things are charging now and how fast they're going to be charging in the future, that changes things. And now, Ford and GM are playing catch up to try to get in on this. Let's take a look over at China's vehicle sales for each month. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an off year for obvious reasons, but as you can see, there is about between 2 million and 2.5 million vehicle sales each month this year. Now, China does not really have much of a choice other than to need to transition into something more cleaner than combustion engines. So that is because if you look at China's vehicle sales growth over the last 25 years, you can see that there has just been a massive amount of vehicles that have just been coming out on the roads. And as you can see, there is some slowdown in sales, but that's actually not caused by demand. That's actually because of the trade war and the pandemic having something to do with it. Now, EVs are growing more and more in demand in China, but we can see how big the market there is in China for vehicles. Now, the Chinese Ministry of Industries is trying to push electric vehicles and offer a carbon credit program. The Ministry of Industries expects EV sales to account for 25% of annual new light vehicle sales in 2025. Now, at the moment, EV sales make up about 5% of the total new vehicle deliveries in China. So the Chinese Ministry of Industry is expecting EV sales to go from a 5% market share to a 25% market share in just a matter of a few years. Now, I know that the EV market in China has a lot more competition than it does in the United States. Like BYD, for example, is in China and they sell a lot of vehicles as well. But Nio is a company that is backed by the government in China. So I could see them pushing their vehicles a lot more. And especially that Nio is expanding so much to sell more vehicles, I can see easily that Nio will 10x like I'm thinking that they will be doing. I think that it's something that could easily possibly happen. Now, Nio stock has had all this growth with just basically having two vehicles for sale. Their ES6 and their ES8. Both those are big SUVs. Now, they just recently released their EC6, which is a more smaller size SUV, very similar to Tesla's Model Y, and that came out at the end of September. So October is going to be their first full month of deliveries for the EC6, and they were basically tapped out on production with the ES6 and the ES8 for September. So we'll see how things are going with their new factory pumping out vehicles. Now, Nio's next vehicle that they have lined up is a sedan, and it's expected to come out sometime early 2021. And it's going to be much lower in price than their other vehicles, and it's going to be something that they can compete with Tesla's Model 3 with. And the nice thing about having a vehicle that's going to be lower price and that could possibly bring in more customers is that it's going to help them expand their batteries as a service. And not only that, Nio also has just recently announced that they're going to be having their own charging network being put in place, and they're looking for businesses that want to partner with them to put a charger at their business. And they're looking for 30,000 locations to put their 20 kilowatt chargers. Since electric vehicles only make up such a small percent of total vehicle sales, I think that Nio and Tesla have only begun to scratch the surface of their potential. And since that in China they're expecting electric vehicle sales to be 25% of the total vehicle market by 2025, then I can just expect explosive growth between these two companies. And I think that it's realistic to say that Nio could go up 10 times and Tesla can go up another 3 times, especially with all the growth that these companies have had over the last year. So I'd like to hear everybody's opinions on Tesla and Nio. And do you think I'm being too bullish on Tesla and Nio stock over the next 5 years? Or do you think that these two companies could go much higher than what I'm even projecting? Anyways, I'd like to hear your opinion. So as always, everybody, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I have new videos coming out on my channel all the time. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in the next video coming very soon.